Well, the first playoff game of the Capitals did not go as expected. I'll be honest. I was kind of hoping for more there, especially when we thought they were up by quite a bit. Now, I understand that many of you don't actually like sports, but I like it. And so there. All right, let's get into. Did I clear this? I need to make sure. This is going to be a crazy night. I kind of ran down here to get ready and let's see. Did we get points over? I hope so. I hope all the points got moved over. Let's see. For Tuesday. No, why would we do that? That's silly. If we did that, then we would be prepared for this show. All right, so I'm gonna quickly get everybody's points in, so that so we don't lose them, because that's pretty important. Let's see, yesterday. All right, 10. This is going to be very entertaining for all of you, but it's Wednesday, so Caitlin is not here. We do have a wager Wednesday that we'll be doing. So you can get a bunch of points, because what you can do is you can actually wager everything that you have gotten over the week. And that's why I wanted to make sure that I got yesterday's successes in. All right, Diana's new. And so, because you'll need those later. We are going to go with the same rules that we had last time, which is that I will not be repeating everybody's scores, just people who do not want to go all in. Oh, man. Lots of people didn't get added in. This makes it so much harder. Ian, and do we have Karen? Karen needs to also go in there. Who else needs to be in here? Melissa's already there. Mordecai's there. Nico's there. Patrick is there. Shaggy is there. And Trey. Okay, so we've got all the people. Hello, folks. How are you all doing, by the way? Feel free to talk amongst yourselves. Hello, Christina. Glad you could join us. Looks like we've got Shaggy and Nico and Melissa. Mordecai have all joined. I will get around to getting everybody their points and everything for tonight in just a minute and see what numbers we have. You know what? While I'm doing this, because it's going to take a few minutes, let's do this. Hi, Mike O'Brien. 1 million space bucks. Let's do, while we're waiting for people to kind of come in and join us, let's do another Wikipedia speed run. Everybody really seemed to enjoy this yesterday, so we'll do another one. All right. Let me get those up. I'm going to start with Alexander Graham Bell. All right, so this is our first one. Before I'm going to make, the game's going to start as soon as I put the second one up. So I'm going to go over the rules again, okay? So this is a Wikipedia speed run. Here's how it works. So everybody go to the link that I just gave you, Alexander Graham Bell, okay? Everybody get over there, and we're going to go over the rules together. It's a race. The race is to get from one Wikipedia article to another Wikipedia article, but there are rules that make it challenging, right? So if you go to Alexander Graham Bell's Wikipedia article, right, you'll see there's an article that says Alexander Graham Bell has his birth and death dates, was Scottish born, inventor, scientist, and engineer who is credited with inventing and patenting the first telephone. That's the article, right? You can use anything in that article that is a hyperlink to get to any other article, okay? The things that you cannot use is anything outside of that article. So that includes the search Wikipedia, for instance, or going and using Google or something like that. Anything along the left-hand side, that's outside of the article. There's also one other piece. Down at the bottom, you'll see there's like all kinds of sections. Race to the patent office, later developments, competitors, family life. All of that's great. All of that is totally usable, okay? But when you get down to the very bottom, right, you will see a section that says see also. Anything from see also below is also not allowed to be used. Okay, so that includes see also, notes and references and stuff like that. So anything from see also below, out of the game. All you can use are the links inside of the article. You also cannot search, right? So you can't hit Control F and search the article. You have to look at it. You have to go and try and read it. But you can't search Wikipedia. You can't search the article. You have to go and try and scan it manually. All right? Those are the rules. We are starting with Alexander Graham Bell. So everybody get there. When I post the ending page, that is the beginning of the game. All right? And whoever gets it first, you can just... You're right. Oh, that's the other good one. Yeah, Melissa, great point. You also can't go back. Once you click on a link, you're now on that page, and you can only use links on that page to go somewhere else. You can't navigate back. So again, anything outside of the article, which the back button would be, is out of range. So you can only click links in the article above the also see section. All right. So when I post this, we're going to start the clock essentially. Whoever gets it first, if you post the link, awesome. If you're on a phone or something, you can just go with done or something. That's fine as well. All right, so we're starting at Alexander Graham Bell, and we're going to try and get to the Virgo supercluster. The Virgo supercluster, that's where you want to end up. So you're off. I'm gonna put 90. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna wait for the first person to get it. Then I'll put 90 seconds on. Ian, you're not finished. Don't say that. That's rude. You're being a jerk. You didn't go from Alexander Graham Bell to the Virgo supercluster using the links. You just clicked on the link Virgo supercluster. You're not fooling me. All right, so everybody who isn't Ian, continue working on it. You're starting with Alexander Graham Bell. And you're going to try and go to the Virgo supercluster. Yes, but that's outside the article. So you can't use... A bookmark is outside of the article. You can only use what's inside the article. I was very strict about that. So that includes searching, includes bookmarks. Anything that's outside the article, you can't use. It is for all things. All right, and I'm going to put all of the other scores down while you're all doing that. And this keeps you all very entertained while I do busy work, which is good. That's what the show is for, is to keep you all entertained. Patrick would be so mad if he found out that Emily only beat him by like 2 points last game. Down and try. All right. There it is, everybody. I've got all of those points. So now I've got to reset the day scores and get everybody back in for today. Are you not entertained? I think this is hilarious because it's like, it's very frantic. It only tends to last like just a few minutes. But it's very engaging in terms of like having to think like what thing can you kind of go up to that they might have in common that you can, here I think you kind of go a science route, right? He's a kind of a scientist and an engineer. And so maybe you can kind of get into that and then back down into people who maybe found the Virgo supercluster, or I don't know. So there's so many ways that you could go about this. All right, so let's see. Participants today. Shaggy was first. So 3 points for Shaggy. Nico was here. Nico then got second. I have a thunderstorm happening outside, by the way. So if the show ends abruptly, it might be because I'm dead. There's a chance. And then let's see. Oh, Mordecai stole third from Melissa. Melissa was the third person in, but unfortunately went with second. I feel like I should make that even longer. We should do like the first 10 people in and like give people points because of that. And that would be pretty hilarious. It would just be bedlam at the beginning. I feel it would like just be absolute insanity. All right, Ian, got to get him in there. Karen has got in. Patrick is here. I like that Karen just said not it. And then there's a game of Marco Polo. That's good. Marco Polo a key. Mike O'Brien. Thank you for joining us. I haven't been able to see if anybody's gotten it yet. Anyone? No one yet. Hey, Amy. Everybody's doing a Wikipedia speed run while I'm getting all the people's names in. I'll explain it to you in a minute. It's pretty super entertaining. Let's see. Emily, I don't have. I need her in the show. Who else? Christina. Although, Christina, are you going to ditch out on us again? Last time you came, and I was super excited that you were here, and then you never said anything the entire time. Diana is here. Let's see, who else? Oh, Danny has arrived. Emily is legit in the super star cluster page and nothing. Oh no, you're stuck there. Why wouldn't it be there? Oh my goodness. Amy, you're not hanging out. So Amy, this is hilarious. I found this on the internet while they're working on it here, since I seem to have gotten everybody, it looks like. The way it works is you start on one Wikipedia page, right? And then you can use any link in the article, but nothing else. You can't search. And you use the hyperlinks that are in the article. You can't use anything below see also, right? So see also and below, that's offline, off. And you can't search. Even on the page, you have to do it by things. Oh, Emily got it. Well done. All right, I'm going to put 90 seconds on the clock for everybody else to try and get it as well. So yeah, Amy, so you can click on any hyperlink in an article, right? And that'll bring you to different articles, and then those have hyperlinks and you go to that one. And the goal is to get from one page, a starter page, to an ending page. And then whoever gets there first wins, right? It's a race. It's like a time trial. You can't go back. That's the other big thing. And you can't search. So you can't do like Control F and look for something in the page. You have to like literally scroll through and try and find it. And then you can't use anything outside the article. You can't use see also or anything below that. And you can't go back. So once you click on a link, you're now committed to that page, and you can only use the links in that page to get to another page. Super hilarious though. It's a lot of fun. We were doing that just to waste some time. Emily says, I went from Bell to aeronautics to space travel to global clusters to local clusters to Virgo supercluster. Oh, those are generic things, not exact links. Okay. Yeah, we might on Friday, we might do it live. That might be fun to do a free for all Friday version of it. Are you guys, Amy, are you up and running again? Can we go to a real life trivia, like pub quiz? Is that a thing? All right. Time is up. Emily's the only one that got it, huh? Look at that. All right. Well, we're going to start moving on, I think. You're all welcome to continue on it if you want, but that's, so here are the people that I've got here. Amy said she's taken off. So I've got Shaggy. Well, Amy, where can we go to do trivia if we wanted to? We've got Shaggy, Nico, Mordecai, Melissa, Ian, Karen, Mike O'Brien, Emily, Christina, Diana, and Danny. So I think everybody is here. The only ones I have questions about, Mike O'Brien, are you still here? And Christina, are you still here? Those are my questions. So let us know in the chat if you both are still hanging out with us. Nico says, I hope disc golf is easier than this. Disc golf is not necessarily easier, but it's more fun when you're terrible at it. Let's put it that way. Check out the Team Trivia DC Facebook page for local listings. All right. Well, we can definitely do that. For those that don't know, Amy was our quiz mistress for like the beginning of all of this, which was like 20 years ago. 20 weeks ago, but it feels like 20 years ago. All right. So yeah, go check her out. She started off doing this at the beginning, and now we split off. We were doing more trivia than she could handle. And so now we've got our own trivia that we've been doing and our own silly events like speed running, Wikipedia. All right, great. Mike's here. Christina, are you here? Looking for Christina. Everyone else usually is hanging out with us. I want to make sure that we've got 10. I think we're going to have 10 anyway. Even if Christina's not here. If Mike is hanging out, then Shaggy, Nico, Mordecai, Melissa, Ian, Karen, Mike, Emily, Diana, and Danny are 10. Okay, so I think we can get started. I think we can get going if we want to. I feel like that is enough people, and then hopefully other people will jump in and hang out as well. All right, so let me get up into, I was busy getting everything set up. Shut up me. And let me make sure I share the show just so that everybody knows about it. This is good. You can share the show also, by the way, you get an alert there. If you do that and you see that alert, you're going to get a point. You can also host the show on Twitch. If you do that, you'll see an alert that shows up right over here. You get a point for that as well. So appreciate it if you don't mind spreading the word. We appreciate the support. All right. And so, yeah, I think we're good to go. Let's busted ass to show up tonight. Oh my, that sounds unhealthy. I feel like we talk about trivia like we're preggers and 21 weeks in. We're over it. I think, it's still fun. It's still entertaining. I just want to make sure that all the people and stuff are showing up for it. Patrick went 15 links deep and gave up. All right. That was a hard one. All right. That is it. Emily beat you, Patrick. You've got a very smart partner at home. Let's start with question number 1. Let's move into this. Gymnophobia? Gynophobia? I don't know what this is. Gymnophobia is the fear of what? Hopefully I'm saying that right. I will give you a hint that Nico and Mordecai do not have this. They do not suffer from gymnophobia. Let's see what people are coming up with. I'm not going to give lots of hints today, but I thought that this one was funny, so I decided to. And remember, this is going to be a Wager Wednesday, so we'll have an extra question at the end here today that you can wager. Ooh, that was a good one. You can tell there's a good thunderstorm because the cat's under the chair over there. We put a blanket over her chair, and she's like, "That's my home now. I'm living here." All right, time's up. Let's go to the chat. A lot of people are seem to have a one-track mind about this. A lot of people saying nudity. Like, come on, people. Can't you think about other stuff? I feel like that's all we talk about. Septic says wet feet. Oh, did I not get Septic on here? Okay, so we definitely have enough people. Septic says wet feet. That is interesting. I have to go over to Facebook and just watch things to make sure that we're doing things correctly. All right, so the time is up for this one. And the correct answer is It is nudity, actually. So we did have Wet Feet, Seeds, Jimmy Fallon. Nico was questioning about nudity, which is surprising. I thought maybe it'd be something you might be more aware of, people who are afraid of nudists. But and Melissa got it. Fear of exercise. I definitely have that. I do have a fear of gyms. What's your fear of gyms? What is it that you're afraid of about gyms? Out of curiosity. Let's go on to question number 2. Hey, Brad Lehman has joined us. A gentleman that I worked with for a while. He is here, and Trey has also joined. So hello, Trey. Trey. Brad, if you want to participate, all you got to do is you got it. You put the answer in there. Yeah, LaCroix flavors, which is not really even flavors as much as it is an impression of a flavor. It's impressionistic art in the flavor world. So yeah, everybody say hi to Brad. Brad's very cool. He also does a radio show up in Maryland, or at least he did. Brad, do you still do a radio show up in Maryland? It's a pretty banging radio show. You guys should check it out. He's going to post about it in the chat, assuming that he's still doing it. That's what I'm going to task him with. And then you can all listen to him do awesome DJing and music selection. Okay, good. Yeah. All right. So put it in the chat. Let people know like how they can listen to your show. It's more music than it is like me goofing off. It's more music oriented. So check that out. And it's in, it's not going to be, I don't know. Do they do it also online? Okay. Mood music on Tuesday nights at 10 PM. What is the call sign for it? What's the frequency? It's up in Maryland. I know that, near Tacoma Park, right? I think is where you do it. All right. So that's good. Those are the questions. So let's see. So Danny got that one first. Emily, Melissa, Mordecai, Nico all got correct answers. Yeah, we got started a little late. Just because we were waiting for people, and then we did a Wikipedia speed run, which was fun. Okay, Tacoma Radio.org for streaming. And then can you get it over the air as well? I feel like you can, right? All right, so let's move on to question number 2. Question number two is, what element gets its symbol from the Latin word plumbum? Plumbum. Plumbum is a thing you get if you eat too many plums. You get a little bit of plumbum happening. Sometimes you have to stay home because of the plumbum. Plume boom. Pluboom. I'm guessing. It's probably not said plumbum. Okay, 94.3 in Tacoma Park. So there you go. So if you can catch it there. If not, go to tacomaradio.org. Tuesday nights, 10 p.m. Go check out Brad. He is a beast. Does great work. So go check him out. And let's do Mario Buttonham. I'm not even sure who that is. Who's Mario Buttonham? Ian, you're gonna have to help me out with that one because I am not familiar with that. You gotta help me out. All right, time's up. Let's go to the chat. We'll wait for Facebook to catch up as well. For the people on Facebook, you're going to be a little behind everybody else. That's okay. You get your full time as well. So don't worry about it too much. We want to try and make it as fair as possible. If you do want a faster connection, I will suggest going over to Twitch. Twitch is a little faster. We have learned that over the weeks that we have been doing this. 20 weeks now, plus even more than that. We just started counting 20 weeks ago. But it was like middle of March that we started doing this. So it's been a little crazy. Time's up over on Facebook as well. The correct answer is lead. Lead is the correct answer. So yeah, Mike O'Brien got his first point of the entire season. So glad that you're able to do that. We got a bunch of people who answered this correctly. So Danny got it. Smiles got it. Melissa, Mike O'Brien, Mordecai. Nico was first, it looks like, according to the sheet here. We also got Level Bum, the article of Level Bum, or not the article, the element of Level Bum. That is one element I'm not familiar with. Reheating a samosa is a challenge, especially when it's a huge samosa. I didn't know that. It's the element of Mario's butt. Would that be the video game character? Is it that butt? Or just anyone? Is it Mario Batali? Is it just anyone named Mario? All Mario's butts are an element. Polonium. Polonium. Oh no, I guess Patrick was first. Yeah, you're right. You know what? I totally missed the ones above that. I'm confused why Patrick's not on my list. I added Patrick. I totally did. Right? All right. I'm gonna add him again. So yeah, I was wrong. Patrick got it first. Nico was the part of the second wave there. Patrick, very good at getting things first. I'm not sure how he gets that, but he is very quick. And then Trey and Emily as well. All right, so I got Danny, Diana, Emily, Melissa, Mike, Mordecai, Nico, Patrick, and Trey. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody else. All right, so let's move on. Yeah, Facebook is brutal. Definitely, if you want the quick answers and you want to be in the flow with everybody, a lot of people have moved over to Twitch because of that. So feel free to check us out there. We're another Wasted Hour on Twitch as well, so pretty easy to find. Let's move on to question number 3. Question number 3 is... Oh, this is not well done. I thought I had this. If you're in the capital of Port-au-Prince, in what country are you? If you're in the capital of Port-au-Prince, what country are you? Let me make sure I've got the rest of these set up right, because apparently I didn't. I thought I lined them all up, but maybe not. I missed all kinds of things that I'm supposed to do today. I'm very ill prepared. I was so distraught by the Capitals losing after being up by 2 that I just did nothing. I did nothing to prepare. Let's see. Question 8 is this one. Question 9 is that. All right, so hopefully we'll be in a good spot now. All right, time is up. Let's go over to the chat and we'll wait for Facebook to catch up as well. Before we give you the correct answer. Wednesday is still a little bit easier than some of our other days. Monday is the easiest. Tuesday a little harder. Wednesday a little harder than that. And obviously when we get to the weekend, it gets quite challenging for everybody. So I'm glad to see that people are still getting these answers in. And it's not too difficult for you. Because otherwise the rest of the week's going to be a real downer for you, I feel like. All right, so obviously I didn't do any of the scoring here. Usually I have my lovely partner, Caitlin, helping me out. Today I don't. She has another meeting that she needed to be at. So she usually does all the smart things, like the trivia stuff and the pointing, and then I act ridiculous, and that's my job. But now I got to do all the jobs. I'm really her assistant. I wouldn't say she's my assistant because she does the important parts of the show, and I'm just a goofball. So it's just an assistant only show today. That's what makes it definitely harder. So the correct answer, by the way. Let me put the time is up. It's over there. Time is up. The correct answer is Haiti. That is right. So Melissa gets 2 points. Emily gets a point. Trey gets a point. Who else? Patrick is going to get a point. Let's see. Mordecai is going to get a point. Smiles or Diana is going to get a point. Danny gets a point as well. I will try to do this better moving forward and be a little more thoughtful so that you don't have to listen through this. Mike gets a point. Septic, unfortunately, not Greenland. Trey is happy that he beat Patrick. Port-O and the Revolution. Because it's Prince and the Revolution. Is that what you're going for, Ian? I'll give you a style point for that. You get a style point on that one. Patrick says, I'm only fast on Mondays, apparently. Emily says, I'm hashing my way through this Samoa. What does that mean? What are you hashing? What is that more chewing or less chewing? I have no idea at this point. Mood music, Brad. Hey, everybody. Brad has made the move over to the Twitch. Unfortunately, he came in after time, so you don't get a point for this one. But this will give you more of a chance moving forward, I think. But yeah, damn it, Caps. This was way late since I created Twitch account for this. Well, welcome. You may want to follow the show. There's a little follow button at the bottom that lets you know when we go live and things like that. And we usually do this at 7 o'clock each night. But starting next season, we're going to change things up a little bit because we've been doing this for a while. And so we're going to see what the next version looks like. And I'm not sure what it is. Hey, there we go. Thank you. Another follower. Look, we're at like 35 now. 35 followers. Woo! We're shooting for 40. We'll see if we can get to 40. If we get to 50, apparently we can like get money or something, is my understanding. Probably not much. Probably just a few cents. It's really hot. Okay, so you're like biting it and then being like, it's a sound you have to make when you're eating food that's hot and you don't want to spit it out. Okay. I get it. Okay, no, that works. I'm into that. Let's move on to question number 4. What is the name for someone who makes and fits shoes for horses? With the 4 horses part, that's important because if I hadn't said that, it's somebody totally different. But this is for horses specifically. I've noticed this Christina has not answered at all. I had a feeling she was going to ditch out on us, and she did. She rolled in and said hello, but then rolled back out. I'm not sure what that's about, but she used to hang out with us, but now she's not here. Let's see what people are going with. I reheated a samosa earlier today. Oh, we're like a samosa group right now. That's pretty exciting. Everyone is getting samosas. It's like a dance we're all doing. The samosa dance. Septic says, sorry. What are you sorry for? What did you do? What did you do, Septic? Let's see. I think we've got some folks here who are horse people, right? I feel like I saw Karen roll in here and she's not talking, and this would have totally been in her wheelhouse. Time's up, so let's go over to the chat and wait for Facebook to catch up as well. We've got some answers in. Danny says, Keith, I'm telling you, I feel like she's a ringer. For who? Who's a ringer? Who are you saying is a ringer? Are you making a joke about the game of horseshoes? If you're making a joke about the game of horseshoes, I'm impressed, but I missed it at first. All right, time is up over on Facebook as well. Christina, to get the number to 10. Oh, you think she rolls in just to make 10 happen? We have more than 10 people right now, even without her participating. So we're good. We're all set. I am not upset in the slightest, but I just realized that I hadn't heard anything. All right, so the correct answer is farrier. So a lot of people would get this wrong because they'd say blacksmith who makes horseshoes, right? A blacksmith can make shoes, but a blacksmith is never going to fit a shoe, and a farrier can make and fit a shoe. So that there's like a Venn diagram. So like the Venn diagram would be like blacksmith and farrier, and this is like likes horses, and this one's like makes swords and stuff, and in the middle is horseshoes, right? And then that's what you get. A farrier wouldn't make swords, and a blacksmith wouldn't fit shoes. So it looks like we got points. Danny was first. Emily got a point. Melissa got a point. It looks like Trey also gets a point. Mike O'Brien, yeah, nailed it as well. Patrick, I didn't get you yet, so let's get you a point. Farrier, as soon as you said it, I knew it was right. So as soon as you saw the word, you were like, that's it. That's the total word. Almost said the other one because I was typing before you finished the question. Yeah, you got to read the whole question. That's the important thing. Mordecai also gets a point. Septic says, I've trained with one. You've trained with a furrier? You have? Ian says, peach cobbler. No, a cobbler would be human shoes, fitting human shoes and making them. And a peach cobbler would just be a delicious version of somebody who makes shoes. Let's see. Smiles missed the question. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a shame. Oh, power flickers are back, says Trey. We might lose Trey. We'll see if everybody stays on through the storm. You're going to say cobbler because of thinking of people's shoes. Yeah. You dabbled in blacksmithing. That's really cool. That seems really like challenging to make things out of metal like that by just purely just hammering on them. Seems crazy. So that's really cool that you did that. Let's move on to, what are we at? Question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5 is, what is the fictional name of the hotel in Stephen King's The Shining? So if you were to get into that particular shower because you rented a room at the motel or hotel, oh no, The Shining is in the shower. Never mind. If you were in a bathroom though, and somebody was cutting an axe through it, what hotel would you have been in? Ian goes with the Virgo cluster. I'm not going to give bonus points, but can anyone name the actual hotel that it was filmed in? Please do the first answer first. Yeah, I was thinking at first the Psycho one, and that was wrong. Look at that. We got a couple people. All right, time is up. We're going to go over to the chat and see what people answered. A lot of people saying the Overlook, and then some people said the Stanley. But I did have 2 different questions that I had put up there. So we'll wait for time to go through because we definitely don't want to give away the answer before time is up. But it does seem like people are crowding around particular answers. So we want to make sure that that all of them get their points. So time is up over on Facebook as well. I'm gonna throw the time is up into the chat. All right, so the correct answer is the Overlook or Overlook. I'm not sure if it's the Overlook or just Overlook, but I will accept either. That is perfectly fine. Let's see. I'd gotten Emily and Danny and Smiles. Did Trey get it? No, let's get Trey a point. Mike gets a point. Mike's killing it now. Look at this. Coming at you. Nico gets the point. There's a very scary lady in the tub. Yes. And then the Stanley is what people said for the actual hotel that it was filmed in, which sounds correct. I believe that is correct. I believe it is the Stanley. Although Trey has said the Timberline Lodge. Oh no, it screeched a flash flood warning. Oh, I hope you stay safe, Trey. Definitely do that. Patrick's read every single Stephen King book about by every nom de plume several times, and short stories. So that means he read, what's it? The Green Mile wasn't that by Stephen King as well? And The Running Man was also Stephen King. So some other ones that people don't realize often that are associated with him. All right. Been off protesting for a couple months now. Had to come back strong. Well, thank you for being out there and protesting. That is that is definitely more important than trivia. So we appreciate you being out there and making your voice heard. All right, so yeah, I don't think it's the Timberline Lodge, Trey. I think it is the Stanley. I think that's right. I didn't have that answer off the top of my head, but I thought it was the Stanley. So I don't know where you got the Timberline Lodge from, but all right, let's move on to let me tell you. So Danny, Diana, Emily, Melissa, Mike, Nico, and Trey get a point. Patrick was first for 2 points. Just want to make sure everybody got the points. The Eye of and the Eye of the Dragon. That's the right name. That is the right name. I always fuck up. Oh, Stanley was was the inspiration for the story. Gotcha. So that was the inspiration for the original story. But you're saying it was actually filmed at the Timberline Lodge. Is that what we're saying? The Eyes of the Dragon. All right. Well, let's move on to question number 6. Question number 6. How do you write 40 in Roman numerals? The number 40 in Roman numerals. That's what we need next. You have to remember all of your Roman numerals, and then you have to remember like how they get placed around each other and stuff like that. I think we can all do one, right? We've got one. That's just the I. But then from there, you've got to figure out how do I get to the next one and the one after that. And if you don't know, you can always try and copy somebody else if you want to. That's another option. Just don't search. That's all we ask is don't go and use Google or the internet. Try and just use the show. Because that makes it more fun. If you can get it outright, that's the best, right? Because then you feel like, man, I knew that. I got that myself. But if you can't, you can what they call in a boat with somebody else. You can get on the boat with somebody else's answer. Sometimes you'll announce it. Some people will announce that they're boating with somebody else. Sometimes people will not. Septic has just gone with 40. It's Wednesday. It's going to be a little harder than just repeating the thing that's in the question. I'll be honest with you, Septic. I'll give you a style point for just going for 40. That was very bold. That sounds like that story where somebody turned in their test late and they're like, and the professor's like, yeah, I'm not going to take your test because you're late. And the kid was like, do you know who I am? And the professor was like, no. I said, do you know who I am? No. I said, do you know who I am? No. And so he just takes his test, puts it in the middle of all the other tests and throws them all up in the air. So that's like yours. You're like 40. The answer's 40. Boom. Just big guts on that one. All right. So Mordecai got a point. So from the top down, the answer is XL. And I know this because when I turned 40, I was fat. And so I was both XL and 40. Patrick got it first. Emily gets a point. Mike O'Brien gets a point. Brad gets a point. And let's see. I'm going to give a point to Trey because he's being like, just quirky about it, but it is XL, extra large. Smiles gets a point. Danny gets a point. Mordecai gets a point. Who else? Melissa gets a point. And Nico gets a point. Nico gets the point. And Septic, unfortunately, did not get the answer correct. Shaggy, we're not hearing from either. Shaggy rolled in and has not been a part of the show here, it seems like. Karen and Christina and Shaggy. Luckily, we've got plenty of people, but it's getting a little crazy for me. The number of people that are showing up and then ditching out. All right, let's see. Trey, don't do the thing that racist people do. Stop using those terrorist Arabic numerals because we use Arabic numerals. And then, oh no, don't do okay. We're becoming racists all at once. Let's see. Wait, I think that means I am IVL years old. Could be. That could be the case. For some reason, S was censored for me. I knew you were being sarcastic, but a lot of people on the internet clearly think it is the actual case. Really? That when you use numerals, that's crazy. What are they going to use? How are those racist people going to do math? I don't even understand that. All right, let's go on to question number 7. Right? Question number 7. In what country would you find Angkor what? Angkor what? What? You heard me. Angkor what? Angkor what? All right, so we need the answer for which country that would be. Which country would you be in if you were walking through the streets of Angkor Wat? This is going to be an interesting one to see if it's getting a little harder perhaps later in the day. People a little slower to the answers. We'll see. When people say, do you want kids to learn Arabic numbers in schools? People go, no Sharia law here, for real. Really? God. There's so many people who are just, it makes me silly. It's so angry when people are that, out of touch with things. Oh, God. And I like that Sharia law has something to do with numbers. The number of people that I saw posting to Facebook about that we had we have Muslims in Congress, and that now it was going to be Sharia law. And I was like, you don't know how the government works at all, do you? You have no concept. There's a whole process that laws go through. Just because if you have 5 representatives that are Muslim, they're going to not have much chance to be able to be like, you know what? Everyone gets burqas. Everyone, because there's going to be a lot of people who are like, I don't think we should do that. And then there's probably going to be a president that's like, nah, that doesn't seem good, and veto it. And even if it gets through all of that, it'll probably then go to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court will be like, yeah, you can't make people do that by the entire Constitution. That whole First Amendment bit where, yeah, you can't force religion on people. And I know that some people get really mad about that because they'd really like to on their particular religion. Ironically, it doesn't tend to be the ones that are being accused of it the most. That is enough of that. Okay, let's go to time is up, because time is up. It's over on Facebook as well. Patrick says Cambodia seems popular. Septic went with Nigeria. Unfortunately, the answer is not Nigeria. It is Cambodia. Cambodia is correct. Looks like Smiles was the first one in on this. And we got points for Danny, Melissa, Mike, and Trey. And then also I need to get Brad a point. I was on a soapbox a little, and so I forgot to give everybody points that needed it. Patrick says it seems pretty popular. Well, you get a point for getting on the boat with Cambodia. Emily gets a point, and Nico gets a point, and Mordecai also gets a point. I don't know, but Angkor A is in Canada, Bodia. I got you, because it's Angkor A. And then Canada. That's good. You get a style point for that. That's silly. Patrick's going. Get on a call. Thanks for saving people. We appreciate it, Patrick. Patrick's a first responder, so he's going and saving people's lives as we speak. So thank you, Patrick. We will see you later. Good luck. Please be safe. All right. Similar to people signing petitions against women's suffrage. Yes. Yeah. There's also a lot of, there's a whole petitions to ban the use of, what was it? Dihydrogen oxide. Yeah. They want to ban dihydrogen oxide because of the number of deaths that it causes. In fact, if you ingest dihydrogen oxide, 100% of people who ever ingest it actually die. It's pretty terrible. So, and then dihydrogen monoxide. Yes. What would be the difference between dihydrogen oxide and dihydrogen monoxide? Out of curiosity. I'm not a chemistry person, so I'm curious if there's a change. It does say di in it, right? And so for those that don't know, dihydrogen monoxide is water. It's 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen, or H2O. So so people are like, yeah, get rid of that. That sounds horrible. You can frame a lot of things in a lot of different ways is the whole point of it. The number of oxides? Well, it's only 1 oxide, right? I guess, so dihydrogen oxide would mean that it could have multiple oxides, I guess. I got in trouble at Secret Service headquarters for accidentally bringing my DHMO containment vessel once. Oh, they won't let you have a flask or like a bottle. That's very, very particular. All right. So I think we got all the answers. Did I miss anybody? I don't think so. Let's move on to question number 8. Question number 8. We got started a little late, but we're making good time. 7:53. We'll be a little late. Usually we try to end around 5, but that's, probably that's not, or around 8, I should say, but that's not going to happen. Who said, in my country, we go to prison first and then become president, when asked how he came to be president? This one should be pretty easy, I feel like. Right? Like, there's a lot of stuff. Trey says dihydrogen dioxide would be hydrogen peroxide. Correct. But what about dihydrogen oxide? Without the di or the mono. Are you allowed to say that? Right? Because, what's rust? Isn't that like iron oxide? It feels like just iron oxide, right? They don't say iron monoxide. I don't think. All right, so let's go to the chat. Time is up. Right, iron oxide. So what would be dihydrogen oxide? Would that still be correct? I don't know. We're waiting on Facebook. Let's see. People have gotten some answers in. Seems like Nelson Mandela is very popular. And then Trey has gone also with Mandaba. Mandaba. Starlin is another one that we've got. Oh, the cat has come out of the lair. I guess the storm is over. Here's the cat. Hello, cat. Welcome. Cat Baloo. Say hi to everybody. Hey. All right. She's over it. She has no interest in being a part of the show right now. That is Cat Baloo. Our cat was hiding under the chair with the blanket over it because there was a storm. Let's go down the list. Nelson Mandela, the correct answer. Definitely. We'll also give it, I suppose, to Mandela. We didn't ask for the full name specifically. So Danny was the first one in from what I'm seeing. Then let's see. Melissa gets a point. It's a metal water bottle that says dihydrogen monoxide containment vessel and lists the side effects in scientific terms. Gotcha. So they don't mind a water bottle, but the fact that it sounded so dangerous made them really sketchy about it, huh? 2 scientists walk into the bar. The first says, I'll have some H2O. The second says, I'll have a glass of water too. Why did you say H2O? It's the end of the day and there's no need to talk about work. The first scientist stares at his drink, angry that his assassination plan has failed. Brad, very nice. Because he was hoping that he'd say, I'll have H2O too. I get it. Nerd jokes. I like them. That is fantastic. All right. So Mike gets a point. Septic gets no point for Starlin. But Mordecai gets a point. And Emily, I think. Yeah, Emily got it. Full name as well. Well done. Ian says Trump's going to say the opposite when he goes to prison. Oh, goodness, Ian. We can... I know that you're very hopeful, but it seems like he is very slippery about such things. So I I'm not counting on it. Let's see. Does Baloo want kittens? No. No. We don't want Baloo kittens. How did I never know you named your cat Baloo? Well, I didn't name my cat Baloo, actually. My dad named the cat Baloo, and then I didn't want a cat. I didn't want pets because I go on adventures and stuff, and I feel too irresponsible for a cat. And so I didn't want one. But then my father passed away, unfortunately, and he had this cat, and the cat was just a complete dickbag. It was just the worst cat you could possibly imagine. It bit you, and it tried to scratch you. It didn't have front claws. He had the cat clawed, which I know is not terribly humane from what I understand, but that happened. But man, thing would just go at you like it was trying to murder you. It hated everyone. It would hide. It would bite you. It was a terrible thing. And so when my father passed, I was like, man, so we've got obviously to like settle all this stuff. And one of them's the cat. And so nobody wanted the cat. And I knew that if like we took the cat and brought it to like a shelter, that the cat they would just kill it, right? Nobody was ever going to adopt this cat. It was terrible, right? It was the meanest jerk ever. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take this stupid cat. And I was like, I'll have a room in the basement. The cat will live in the room. I'll throw food in there, right? I'll leave it alone. It'll live out in its days and it'll die. But it'll know, like, at least it doesn't have to like go to a shelter and be, euthanized. And so when we got it home, we found out that during a thunderstorm, it kind of was willing to be comforted. She was very scared. And so Caitlin was kind of petting her, and it was the first time she would let anyone like touch her. And Caitlin's hand got a little moist, got wet. And she was like, what the hell is that? And so what we found out is that it was an 18-pound cat. It was a very big cat. And then it's your stream. You're allowed to say asshole when you want to say asshole. Well, yeah, and so when what we found out is 18-pound cat. My dad was as good about caring about cats as he was children. And so he had gotten a harness for the cat, I guess to walk the cat or something. I don't know what the harness was for, but he apparently didn't change it since it was like a kitten. And so the cat just like grew around the harness. I don't know how to make that not sound any more disturbing, but yeah. So there was a hole in the cat with a harness in the hole. And then we went to the emergency room and did emergency surgery to remove the harness and get the cat sewed up and stuff. And actually she's become pretty nice after that. She's sometimes a little bit of a dick bag, but not much of a dick bag. She has moments, but for the most part, she's pretty cool. She's a little scared of people, but anyhow, now you can pet her and stuff, and she'll come and hang out with you, and she comes on your lap sometimes. So there it is. That is the story of Cat Baloo, named by my father. Let's move on. Brad is just sending me private messages now. All right, let's go on to question number 9. Question number 9, second to last question of the stream. We got 2 questions left, but we also have the bonus question. This is going to go a little long, honestly. Tonight, it's already 8 o'clock, so we're definitely going a little late, but that's going to happen. You can always bail if you want to, but question number 9 is... Name the 3 Santa's reindeer whose names start with D. Please, all on one line. All one line is what we want. The ice was rough after last night is all. Oh. I'm sorry that you had rough ice last night. I'm glad that this is making your day. That's what we're here. I mean, really what we did, the whole reason we started this was because we had the stay at home orders happening. Caitlin is immunocompromised, so we were really cautious. So we hunkered down a little earlier than everybody else, and we've been staying that way. And so we heard a lot of other people like really struggling with that. So we wanted to give everybody and ourselves something to look forward to every night. So we did trivia at 7 o'clock every night. And And so we've just been keeping it going. Next season, we're going to change things up a little because things are freeing up a bit, hopefully. And we have some other plans that we want to be able to do. But yeah, the whole point was to give people something to look forward to since they're stuck at home, and something that kind of made them socialize and made them have something to do. And I think it was very successful. And the reason we need 10 people to do it is because if we have less than 10 people, then we don't need it, right? Because everybody's got other things to do. So I think that that's a really good indicator of, and it's great. I'm glad that other people have other things to do because we want people to do other things. We want things to go back to normal at some point, hopefully. All right, time is up over on Facebook as well. I didn't score anyone. We're going to have to go one by one on these and find out who got these. Septic says it was Derek, Dave, and Daniel. The great reindeers of Derek, Dave, and Daniel. Septic, unfortunately not true, but a style point nonetheless for coming up with 3D names. Donner, Dancer, and Donner. Nico. And then Nico said, oh, it auto-corrected, and then you gave up because it wouldn't let you do any of the others. That's very sad, Nico. I would have given it to you if you could have corrected it, but unfortunately, it sounds like your phone will not let you actually write. I assume Dasher was what you were going for. Danny went with Dasher, Dancer, and Donner. Yeah, and Dasher, Donner, Dancer. Yeah, that any order of those is correct. So Danny's the first one to get that correct. Melissa, Donner, Dancer, Dasher. That is also correct. Mordecai says Dasher, Dancer, Donner. Got it. This is a very tricky one to get all of them together. Mike, Dasher, Donner, Dancer. Also got it. Well done. A lot of people got this. Dancer, Donner, Dasher says Trey. Also correct. Anika just gives up. Emily says Dasher, Dancer, Donner. All right. Another correct answer. Dasher and Dancer and Donner. I like that Diana went with the song. You have Dasher and Dancer and Donner and Blitzen, right? That's how that goes. So you just typed out the song, which I really appreciate that. The autocorrect killed my night too, says Septic. Oh, I'm so unfortunate. Donner should be Dunder, as in thunder. Ian came in with Dixon, Dommit, and Dupid, which is not correct, but you get a style point. Nope, it's 8 p.m. It's over. No, we're going into overtime. It's like the NHL. We don't stop when the time's over. We still got questions to go. Let's do question number 10. The correct answer, Dasher, Donner, Dancer, or some combination of those three. So let's go to question number 10. Question number 10 is, what is the smallest number in the English language to have 3 syllables? The smallest number in the English language to have 3 syllables. You can give us either the number, the Aramaic number, or the word. Either way is acceptable. And we will give points as we go here, hopefully. And then don't forget, we're going to have one last question because it's a Wager Wednesday. We're going to have a question where you can actually wager all the points that you have gotten for the week on a single question, or any number of them, but no more than what you have earned so far in the week. That's the real key. You can't wager points that you don't have. That's the important thing to get in mind. We're going to give you a category, kind of like it's Final Jeopardy. We're going to do that. But you also, but there's no time, we'll give you time to think about it, and you type it instead of write it. It's very much like you have to do it. It's not in the form of a question. That's another thing to keep in mind. All right, time is up. Let's go to the chat and see what people have said. There seems to be a lot of people going around 11. That seems to be the real popular one. 7N says Ian, which I guess is 7 but with one additional syllable. Is that like the combination of 7 and 11? Aramaic, not familiar with those numerals. I thought that's what we were saying, right? Are they not Aramaic? I got that from you. I learned it from you. Or the masked hero, 11. Good old 11. That's good. 3, Septic says, because it's 3. The one syllable is 3. So it's a 3 syllable. Is that what you're going for, Septic? I'll give you a style point for that. Which is the smallest number in the English language to have a 3 syllable? It's a slightly different question than I asked, but you did answer it. Standard amp volume controls. Not standard. That is only for Spinal Tap volume controls. And the question is, why can't you just make 10 louder? If you just make 10 louder, it would be. But this one goes to 11. All right, so those are all of it. Did I see Nico? I didn't see an answer from Nico. No, Nico. Maybe Nico did just drop out. Nico was like, I'm out. I'm done. All right. That's it. All right. So now we got to go and check out the share points because you can also wager those. So if you shared the show on Facebook, or you did it hosted it on Twitch, you get points. So share points. Trey gets a point. Nico gets a point. Yeah. For those that don't know, Nico's got new kittens. She didn't give birth to kittens. I know that's how it might sound. She received kittens, and apparently the kittens are very good at just pooping. That's pretty much what they're good at. They're adorable. They're very adorable, and apparently they poop constantly, all over the place. They're like little poop fire hydrants. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently that's the case. So another reason not to get kittens. And then for the hosts, Emily gets a point there. Caitlin, Princess Fussy Pants, is not here for the show, but you can check her out, Princess Fussy Pants, on Twitch. She does some streaming of games and stuff from time to time, so you can actually go check that out. Let's see. It's been explosive, says Mordecai. Mordecai, who's Nico's partner, also knows how much poop there is. Very good at knowing the amount of poop. Mordecai also gets a point for hosting. The Shaggy Freak gets one. Old Guy Gaming Time, a good friend of mine over on Twitch, longtime friend. He does game streaming as well. You can check him out. He's doing a thing called what is it? It is Deep Rock Galactic, where you are basically like drunken dwarven space miners. It's pretty cool. We've played with him. Septic gets a point for hosting. Trey gets one for hosting and sharing. So wonderful there. Patrick got one, even though he's not here anymore. Nico gets one, even though likely she has jumped away. And Danny gets one. All right. So this is good. This is excellent. Drunken and Dwarven is redundant. Possibly. Quite possibly. I guess there's probably some teetotaling dwarves out there, right? I don't see why that couldn't be a thing. All right. So I've got all of the totals here. Let's see. We'll start. Should we announce who won? I guess so. Let's see. It looks like our winner today, again, I think this happened yesterday as well, right? Is Emily. Just right ahead of Mordecai, Melissa, and Trey with 11. Emily's got 12. So congratulations, Emily. We'll get your acceptance speech later and the color of the studio for tomorrow after the bonus question because, well, we need to do the bonus question. But you're the winner for today. The bonus question, the Wager Wednesday bonus question, is outside of today's game. It is. So I'm going to move people's points down. Brad's got points. Let's get Brad point. So Brad's brand new. So let's tell him the rules. So Wager Wednesday works like this. So we do this for the entire week, 7 o'clock every night. We start Monday, we end Sunday. So on Wednesday, we do a Wager Wednesday. We've got one last question, one final question that you can wager on. You can only wager as many points as you have for the week. You can just say all in if you want. That's one way to do it. Or you can also bet a portion of the points that you have gotten for the week. But if you get the question correct, you get that many points back. And if you get it wrong, you lose that many points. So it's definitely a gamble. It's basically a double or nothing kind of concept, although you don't necessarily have to wager everything. So that's why I point that out. So Emily with 12, got that. Who else? Melissa with 11, got that. And then we need to add Mike. Mike and let's see, Mike and Brad haven't been here this week so far. So you're only going to be able to double up the points you have today, but still an opportunity. So let's see, almost there. Let's see, Mike's there. Mordecai's got 11. Nico with 9. Patrick with 10. Septic with 1. Shaggy with 4. And Trey with 11. Okay, so we've got all the points now tallied up, which is good. So what we'll need to do is anybody that doesn't want to go all in, let me know, and I can give you your score for the week so you can decide what you want to do. Or if you need to know your score to know if you're going to go all in, let me know and I'll read it out to you. That way I'm not reading out everybody's points to everyone, because I think that's not terribly entertaining. So if you want to go all in, just say all in, and I'll tell you what you're going all in with as I put it in. But if you don't, let me know. All right, so let's see. Going from the top, from what I am seeing, Ian is betting nothing. Which is perfectly fine. You have 2 points. You're not going to bet either of them. And then Brad's all in. So I've got 4 points for you. So all in for Brad. If you get it correct, you'll double up. Mordecai is going to put in 55 points. Trey is all in as usual. 73 points for Trey. All points and a pound of belly button lint. I don't know if anybody's going to pick up the pound of belly button lint, but we will see your 9 points. Danny is all in with 86 points. Septic is all in, 18 points. My goal is 2 cubed. All right, there you go. Who else? Emily, 85 points. Melissa's all in as well. I've got 55 for you. All right, that's most of the folks. I'm not seeing... Smiles is all in. 16 points there. This is good. This is an opportunity. I think everybody has spoken except for Nico and Patrick and Shaggy. People who have points today. Nico, Patrick, and Shaggy I'm not seeing. And I know that Patrick's out on a call. Nico's probably cleaning up kittens. Belly button lint makes great tinder. Oh, yeah, that's probably true. I don't see why that wouldn't be the case. Probably some oils and then some fine, lint. Because dryer lint is pretty good as a tinder. And I would think belly button lint just has some additional oil in it, right? So Shaggy, Patrick, and Nico not betting anything. And then Ian also not betting anything, even though he's got 2 points that he could bet. All right, so let's go. Oh, I apologize. I should have shown the category. If anybody wants to change your bet, the category is holidays. You're welcome to change your bet because I should have shown you that when you went to go and do your bet. So if holidays has you feeling a bit scared about things and you would rather not bet everything on holidays, you can definitely do that. However, or if you now want to, let's see. I've never gotten anywhere on Tinder with my belly button lint. Maybe I should try OkCupid, says Ian. Yeah, just a picture of your belly button lint. Danny says, "Oh, great, the thing my family sucks at, holidays." Brad says, "Krampus." Is it Krampus? All right, and it isn't that. All right, everybody ready? We're going to put 60 seconds on the clock. I will say, I say this each week, but keep in mind, with all of the other questions, if you're the first person to answer, you get a bonus point, right? You get 1 point for being correct, 2 points for being the first person correct. With this one, you don't get any additional points for being the first person who's correct. So it's up to you if you want to answer quickly or not. You will put 60 seconds on the clock, and I will help count those down. But your strategy may be waiting to the very end to answer if you know the correct answer, as to not tip anybody else off. Or you may want to answer early if you don't know the answer to throw people off. There's all types of things you could do. So just think about that. There's no extra bonus points for getting it quickly. You just have to answer correctly in the time allotted. So here we go. 60 seconds on the clock. The question is, Remembrance Day in the UK is known as what holiday in the United States? So Remembrance Day in the UK, its counterpart in the United States is known as what? All right. There is 45 seconds left on the clock. Just so people know. I'll give you some time to think things over. If you get it correct, then you get to double up your points. If you don't get it correct, you will lose your points, unfortunately. 25 seconds left on the clock. And we're down to about 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, time's up. We're going to the chat. You'll have a few extra seconds here because we're waiting for Facebook to catch up, to give everybody on Facebook a fair opportunity at this. But that is all the time on the clock. Once Facebook catches up, which is happening, let's see, right soon here. I'm waiting for the countdown. Okay, we're almost done over on Facebook. It is caught up at this point. All right, there we go. So time is officially up. Let's take a look at who got the answer correct and incorrect. Ian did not bet anything, but went with Septic Scope Day. So that's good. That's a tricky one. We've got a lot of people saying Memorial Day. We've got 1 Veterans Day, 2, 3 Veterans Days, and Septic Scope Day. So this is trickier than I thought it would be for a lot of folks. A lot of these, everybody gets the right answer, and we all go home and we're very happy. And debated between Memorial Day and Arbor Day. Arbor Day is a tricky one as well. So unfortunately, what I have is Veterans Day. Yeah, Veterans Day is the equivalent of Remembrance Day in the UK. Veterans Day. So it looks like Trey and Mike both get the negative points for them, and no belly button lint, unfortunately. Brad, you've also unfortunately lost your points. Very, very sad. But I'm glad that you went all in. That's part of the fun of it. And let's see, who else? Emily and Danny, it looks like. There's enough people that it makes me nervous that I'm going to be well actually'd on this. Let's see, Emily and Danny. That's who I need to get. Okay. A lot of very good people when it comes to trivia. Missed this one, unfortunately. And then Melissa, Mordecai, and Smiles all got that. Let's see. Let's see what we're doing. I debated between Memorial Day and an Arbor Day. Red Poppy Day. Emily says, well, actually, it's Memorial Day. It's a remembrance of armed forces who died. It's November. It's in November, so right. Veterans Day is to remember live veterans. Memorial Day remembers dead veterans. All right, so Septic, you're over there in the UK. What is Remembrance Day for? I've got Veterans Day here. Caitlin is giving me things just to make it difficult for me. It does say people who died in the lines of duty. That would lead me to believe that it's more Memorial Day. Does anyone have anything other than that can help me out with this? We're doing some research. If it's November 11th, yeah, that's what it looks like. It's to honor our dead soldiers and past generates. I don't know what that word is. So the U.S. has changed the name of the holiday to Veterans Day, but the meaning of the holiday is actually Memorial Day. So both can be true. It's November 11th. So which one is November 11th? In the U.S., what's the thing that happens on November 11th? That should give us a clue, right? We're so good at this. That's Veterans Day, November 11th. So November 11th in Britain, in the UK, is Veterans Day in the United States. That's a counterpart, right? What was the actual question? Let's look at the actual question. Remembrance Day in the UK is known as what holiday in the United States? So there, that I may have said counterpart, but that was me saying, what is its pair, right? Like, what is its counterpart? Still seems reasonable here to say, I feel like. All right, so here's what we're going to do. The only way we can really solve this is to take it to the Wheel of Fate. All right, Wheel of Fate. We're going to have to find out. We know that Veterans Day is November 11th, so very similar, right? So that one's definitely a 1-to-1 for what is Remembrance Day. We know that, right? So Wheel of Fate, we need to know, Wheel of Fate, should we also count Memorial Day because Remembrance Day is a day of memorial, even though it is on a different day? All right. We're going to find out, do the people who said Memorial Day also get the correct answer? All right, let's go. Wheel of Fate, tell us what we need to do. Do they get points? Wheel of Fate, how you feeling? No! Oh, no! No, that is so sad. Oh, guys, I wanted you to get it. I really did. I was so excited that you might get points, but the Wheel of Fate has spoken. There's nothing I can do about it. I don't make up the rules to this game that I invented. But Wheel of Fate's it says not a chance. There's no chance we can do it. Sorry, everybody. All right, so that is the show, everybody. Yes, Mike O'Brien, the wheel that randomly spins and sometimes says yes and sometimes it says no is rigged. Boo, throws drink on the ice. Yeah, that's the problem. Wow, Wheel of Fate on Double Jeopardy question. That is, unfortunately. All right, so let's see. Let me make sure I've got all the people that did get it correct. So let's see. Melissa got it right. Right. Mordecai got it right. And Smiles got it right. And did Septic answer? Did Septic get one? I'm not even seeing an answer from Septic. Septic went all in and then just didn't answer. Am I missing it? I feel terrible if I'm missing it. Yeah. All right. That's fair. All right. So 3 winners. That's the show, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us while we're heading out. So, Emily, you were the winner today. So can you type your acceptance speech into the chat for me, and we'll read that on the show. And don't forget to let us know what you want the color of the studio to be tomorrow. Today it was green. And while you're doing that, I'm going to give everybody the business. That's right. You're getting the business right now. We do this usually 7 o'clock every night. That may be changing here in the near future. So you'll probably want to set up follow or subscribe, depending on what your platform allows. Subscribe or follow. We're on Twitch, on YouTube, and Facebook, so you can catch us at any of those places. You also probably want to turn on the notifications to be to let you know when we go live. It's usually around 7 o'clock, but sometimes we're a little early, sometimes we're a little late. And if you're one of the first people here, then you can say first, second, or third in the correct order, and you'll get points just for doing that, just for being here early. And then if we can't go live for some reason, we don't have enough people, there's technical issues, or we're going to be significantly late, we're going to post that up on social media. So follow us at A Wasted Hour on Twitter, Another Wasted Hour on Instagram or Facebook. And we also have a kind of secret group known as Another Wasted Group, and that's where we talk about the future of this show and what we might be doing and how we might be changing it and getting your input on it. So some of these really fun things like Wager Wednesdays, and those have come from ideas from people who we've talked to in the group. So come join that and be a part of the conversation there. Last but not least, this all comes from a podcast. I have a podcast that I've been doing for like 3 years called Another Wasted Hour. It's a little bit more art focused. It's got music and artists and things like that from the DC area. People you've probably never heard of before. Very talented people. So go check that out. There's comedy. There's trivia. There's like crazy news. We invented a game show called Please God, Just Get One Right. And that's where we have trivia for our guest. From a category selected by our previous guest. So that's a lot of fun. And like I said, you get to hear some really cool music that you probably never heard before. We're available on Apple Podcasts, Google Play Music, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, to name a few. Basically, anywhere that you can get a podcast, you can probably get our podcast. Just search for Another Wasted Hour. Subscribe. Give us a review and some stars. We would appreciate it. It's absolutely free. There's like 140 episodes up there. It's a lot of fun. So go check that out. Let's see. Do we have our acceptance speech? Yes, Emily says, "Thank you, everyone, for a great show and a great time. Color for tomorrow is blue-violet." Which I assume is that is how Emily speaks. So congratulations, Emily. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us. That is the entire show. Until 7 o'clock tomorrow, everybody stay safe, stay healthy. Please take the precautions that you need to in order to stay healthy, because there are people who are out there not doing that. So we want to obviously make sure that you make it through all of this. Also, shout out to all the people who've been first responders, like Patrick, and essential workers, our cashiers and stock people, folks who are doing deliveries, all of that. We really appreciate you. I know many of you didn't have a choice in the matter. You know, healthcare professionals obviously know there's some risk. When you're a cashier, you didn't realize that that's what your job was going to be, but we appreciate the sacrifice that you've made anyway. And hopefully it will end soon. I don't know. We'll see if that happens, but I would like it to. So that is it, everybody. I don't have a last word of the night because Caitlin is not here with me to provide it. So that is it. Until 7 o'clock tomorrow. Everybody have a great night, and I will see you then. All right. Bye, everyone.